Previous part. Aladdin and the genie, disguised as Prince Ali, finally infiltrated Jafar's private library and found the magic lamp. Just as they were about to take it, Jafar suddenly appeared and revealed that he knew their identities. When Aladdin lunged for the lamp, he was trapped by Jafar's staff. Jafar seized the lamp and used his first wish to become the most powerful vizier in Agrabah. With his second wish, he had Aladdin and Prince Ali thrown out of the palace and into a dump. The lamp was now in Jafar's hands, and he had control.
Sitting on the edge of a dump outside the palace walls, Aladdin and the genie understood the gravity of their situation. Aladdin's face showed a mix of frustration and anger. Next to him, the genie, his majestic clothes once again replaced by a cloud of smoke, stood in a deep sadness. "We lost the lamp to him," Aladdin whispered, his voice trembling. "He is now both the most powerful vizier and the master of the lamp." The genie sadly nodded his head. "Yes, master. I am now at his command, but I have only one wish left, and that is no longer my wish to grant." Aladdin stood up. The familiar glint of wit and determination he had learned surviving on the streets returned to his face. He looked around and saw an old, worn-out carpet with colorful patterns on it. He picked it up and shook it in the air, and a cloud of magical dust suddenly spread from the carpet. The carpet, now freed from its old, worn state, began to shine brightly and float in the air. It was his old friend, the magic carpet. Aladdin's eyes sparkled with joy. "It's not over yet, genie," he said. "I know that Jafar has used 2 of his wishes. There is only one left, but this is his biggest mistake. Because he is so focused on power, he underestimates our intelligence. We must defeat him with our wits, and now we have a vehicle to do so." The genie's eyes sparkled with hope. But how? He is now the most powerful vizier in the palace, and all the guards are under his command. Aladdin looked at the palace's high walls. His eyes wandered over the lights filtering through the windows. A dangerous but clever plan was forming in his mind. "We must sneak into the palace," Aladdin whispered. "This time, we will not fight for the lamp, but for the genie's freedom. Jafar's greatest weakness is his arrogance. We must trick him in a way that makes him use his last wish against himself." The genie smiled. "An old trick again, master?" Aladdin jumped onto the magic carpet. "Perhaps the oldest trick," he said. "This time we will return to Agrabah as true royalty, not with a disguise, but with our intelligence." The 2 of them flew on the magic carpet toward the majestic walls of the palace. There was great fear in them, but also an even greater determination. The real struggle was about to begin. Aladdin and the genie glided silently on the magic carpet, flying toward one of the palace's high windows. The window opened without a sound, and the 2 of them slipped inside. The palace was enveloped in a deep silence. All of Jafar's guards were asleep, per the orders of the new, power-intoxicated master of the palace. Aladdin and the genie moved quietly through the palace corridors, following the sound of laughter. The sound was coming from the throne room. They opened the door just a crack. Inside, sitting on the throne, was Jafar, stroking the magic lamp and laughing triumphantly. He now had everything. Aladdin, gathering his courage, entered the room. "Powerful Vizier Jafar, what a magnificent sight," he said with a mocking tone. Jafar's laughter abruptly stopped. Seeing Aladdin and the genie, the look of triumph on his face turned to one of anger and shock. "You! How did you escape? You are so full of your power that you underestimate the cleverness of a simple thief. You may be the most powerful vizier in Agrabah, but there is someone with infinite power living inside that lamp, and he will forever remain superior to you." These words pierced Jafar's arrogant heart like a dagger. His eyes shone dangerously. "No one can be superior to my power. Not a vizier, not a sultan," he roared. Aladdin knew his plan was working. His voice became even more sarcastic. "Not even a lamp genie, is that right? Your power is limited, but no one can be more powerful than a genie. Only when you wish for his true power can you possess it, if you are brave enough to wish for it, that is." The genie understood what Aladdin was trying to do and saw how Jafar's anger had clouded his judgment. Jafar's eyes were filled with a crazed desire for vengeance. "Are you calling me not brave?" he bellowed. He squeezed the lamp in his palm. "Then I wish my final wish. I want to become an all-powerful, eternal genie." The genie's face showed both sadness and relief. He granted his new master's final wish. Magical power flowed from the genie's body into Jafar's. Jafar's robes and turban instantly turned red. His body stretched, twisted, and grew. In a torrent of uncontrollable power, Jafar too was transformed into a gigantic, malevolent genie. But this wish came with a price. Iron chains, just like the genie's, bound Jafar's wrists and ankles, and he was suddenly pulled into a glowing lamp. "What is happening? No!" Jafar screamed. "This wasn't what I wanted." The genie, now a free spirit, gave his former friend one last look and whispered, "Infinite power comes with its own prison." At that moment, the doors of the room burst open. Alerted by Jafar's screams, the palace guards rushed into the room, swords drawn. They suddenly found themselves in the middle of a colossal genie-turned Jafar, a floating Aladdin, and the now freed genie. The guard captain, in a state of shock, yelled, "Seize them!" Aladdin understood the situation. He quickly grabbed Jafar's new glowing lamp. "Now, genie!" he shouted. He ran to the window and leapt out without hesitation. The genie followed him. Just as they were about to hit the ground, the magic carpet quickly appeared beneath them and caught them with a soft landing. The carpet soared into the sky as Jafar's final screams echoed from the palace. It was Jafar himself who was now trapped inside his own lamp. Aladdin cast a final glance at his former friend, now trapped inside the lamp. Their adventure had only just begun.